Hello, and welcome to Trading Without Fear. Good morning, Quentin, and good morning, everyone else. So today I'm just looking to see what's available in the market and see if there's anything I'm looking to trade. SIGA from yesterday continued its upward trajectory today. It looks like it's had a breakout, making some new highs. What I'm looking for is a potential pullback and see if there's an entry level on this one. This one looks like it's a good chart for me to get into. Just have to be patient on it and wait for it to come back down. EVTL looks like it had a small top out right here and pulled back under. And so it's just consolidating, but this one I might give it a bit more time just because it has to have a clean breakout over around this $828, $830, $830 level. So, and for it to continue on. So far, just pretty slow market in the morning. The Q's opened up a little bit lower, and looking at the trend over the past couple of days, we've had this nice clean breakout, pullback, and it's starting to set around this support level, potential support level down here. So I anticipate a little bit more downside, possibly bouncing off this area on the Q's around the 295, 296s, somewhere down here. And we'll just have to wait and see. I'm keeping an eye on TH. It's just options volume, and this one isn't really that strong, so I'm not interested in getting into it at this point, not unless more option volume comes in and either we get more of a push upwards. I'm looking for at least 1 or 2 more days on the upside and possibly take a short position on it, but it's got very light volume most of the days, and then volume starts coming a little bit later. Its average volume is around 2 million. So, right, today it's only traded almost 300,000. So very, very, very light volume stock. That's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and pause the video and start recording again when something comes around. All right, so what I'm looking at here is Netflix. Netflix has had a huge run up, nice clean breakout over this area, kind of topped off and started turning downwards. I think there could be a potential of a little bit more downside move on Netflix. So went ahead and got 4 put contracts at 85 cents, $200 strike. And right now I'm just waiting to see if this will start to work out. It looks like the Qs are coming down. They've met up that potential support level right there. We'll have to see if that does turn into support or not, or if it's going to continue breaking down a little bit further, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm currently on Netflix. I'm up 6.47%, and just looking for opportunities in the market right now. All right, so there's a couple of things that I noticed today. It looks like the Qs may be trying to bounce off this support level right here. So I went ahead and went long. I got 5 contracts on 55 cents. Strike price is 305. And then I also saw Netflix continue going down. I do think there's a potential of more downside reaction just because it seems to me overextended and it's starting to come back down. So I went ahead and went short on that one. And then I got on Netflix, I bought $200 strike, 4 puts at 85 cents. And then SIGA, kind of had to take a work call there real fast and as soon as it kind of had this quick breakout here, I ended up buying into it, risking 25%. I'm currently down 8.70. So my thought process is that it's had this really nice clean breakout over the past several months breakout, and it looks like it's going to continue to try to test higher. So I went ahead and went long on it. Once this candle went up, risk 25%. It did come down, almost got me stopped out, and then it kind of bounced back up, and it looks like it's trying to do a VWAP bounce type of the thing. Currently have around $826 left. To trade with on the day. So I'm just trying to be patient, see what's available, and not just to try to jump into anything that's moving. So SIGA looks like it wants to try to test this breakout level again. Ideally, it would have been better for me to wait around this area instead of getting a little bit of FOMO and buying into this. I'm still in the trade. The only reason why I'm in the trade is because I gave it a wide enough risk on the options chart. I risked 25% just to give it some wiggle room from the underlying doing whatever it's going to do. So you could see here that it got really close to hitting my risk. It got really close to actually hitting my risk, but just never got a fill. On this big red candle right here, slowly consolidating and starting to push up. I anticipate if we can get a continuation push that this thing will actually work out and do just fine. Netflix is still looking a little bit weak, still going down a little bit. It's just, kind of got this little bit of support level. And I think it's just because it's following the cues. If you look at the cues, I went long on it, anticipating a bounce off this level. The cues dropped down, starting to retrace and come back up. I'm still in the cues, currently in down about 12%. Still anticipating a little bit more potential of a bounce, but we'll just have to wait and see if that actually happens. And so if the cues start to bounce, I think that the Netflix will also potentially start to bounce as well because they're in a similar sector, and that may mean could be some reversal there if the cues bounce. So if one works, the other one will fail. If one of them fails, the other one would work pretty much. So it's just a matter of what's going to happen. And in Netflix, I have a slightly larger position than I do in so I have 4 contracts at 85 cents compared to the cues, which is 5 contracts at 55 cents. They're about the same position size. Netflix is slightly larger, but it's okay. We'll just have to wait for them to see what's going to happen and take it from there. All right, so I did end up getting stopped out of the cues for 70% loss. Looking back at things in hindsight, this would have been a good short opportunity. Kind of same thesis as Netflix, is that it's just overextended, possibly come back down. I don't know if we're going to hold at a certain level and start to retrace. That's why I had that risk on there, but it would have been a good opportunity to take a short position on the cues and let it ride down. Would have been pretty nice, but currently Netflix is still going down as well. It's just a little bit slower than the cues, but it does follow that. Currently I'm up 1941 on Netflix. EBTL looks like it's, kind of stopping out there and kind of just resting a little bit, I guess you can say. SIGA had a breakout, pull back, and it could just be because the whole market is just going down. So I still have the 483.79 to trade with, even though it says 685. That's just because this is acting as if it's a margin account. So as the markets are crashing, short selling is becoming more common in my trading system. TradeZero offers a large list of hard-to-borrow stocks. One of the unique features that I love about TradeZero is they offer you the ability to sell back borrowed shares and get a percentage in return. Locate fees adds up, and this feature allows you to save more money. The executions are done with direct market access, which means the executions are lightning fast. TradeZero offers customizable level 2s and time and sells, which is a great feature that I love. Click the affiliate link below and open your TradeZero account today. Just have to be mindful of how much money I currently have, which is just the 483.79. All right, so the last trade that I ended up getting into was MMM 3M. So it's I don't know, some sort of 3D company. They had a really good earnings report come out, and it looks like I had a huge gap up. I ended up buying 3 contracts at 93 cents. Currently, I'm up 4% on the trade. Netflix went from a 20% up to 5%. So still just waiting for the overall market to try to make its decision this morning. It looks like there's a little bit more downturn, but it could also, catch at some point and start to go up. So the support and resistance levels aren't exact dollar amounts, especially with some of these really high price stocks like the Qs and stuff. It's more of a range of an area of where that support or resistance is. So I was anticipating support around the 295, 296s. It could easily have, been down here where it actually starts to slow down and bottom out, but it could also go further down. So I'm just waiting for the market to make its decision, see how things work. And so far, it looks like I also got stopped out of EVTL. EVTL went down, so there's a loss on that one. But yeah, so just being patient and then the probabilities the trades work out. We'll just have to see what happens. All right, so it looks like I just got stopped out of MMM. So I've only got 2 trades still on, Netflix and SIGA. We'll just have to wait and see which one's going to work out. I have no more capital of the day, and that's kind of just the way it is. I mean, sometimes when you're trading, especially with my system, I'm looking for more of a volatility and not so much of a sideways market. And right now it looks like, even though the markets are going down, they're going down and trending sideways. And with trading options, what you need is that volatility. You need that momentum in either direction in order to make a profit, at least for the profit targets that I'm aiming for. The Qs would have been a good short. It would have easily gotten that 70%. I was just more focused on the long side, so I didn't really see this very clear, downwards trend right here. It would have been ideal to get in here or here with some puts and let it fade down. But it's okay. We'll just have to see how the day goes. So far, out of the 5 trades I've taken today, 3 of them have failed. Dispatches. All right, so the time now is 11:15 Colorado time. Currently, I'm still holding on to Netflix and SIGA. It's the only 2 trades that I'm still in. EVGL failed and just consolidating sideways. The Qs look like they're trying to uptrend, but also pull back a little bit. It's possible that this area right here could still act as a bounce support. As long as this upper area right here doesn't hold as resistance, which at this point it did, but right now we're kind of uptrending. So if that happens, I do think that Netflix is gonna kind of rip up as well, along with the rest of the Qs and the rest of the market. And at the same time, SIGA may do the same thing.
So it's possible I may only have one winning trade today, but that's absolutely fine. I can't guess what trades and what days are going to be profitable, which days are not. So we'll just go ahead and let the trades keep working.
All right, so the time now is 11:32 Colorado time. It looks like the Netflix is starting to crack down, so I'm just still letting this trade work. Sometimes with my system, I may be in a trade all day long. So unlike yesterday of me recording my entire screen, today I'm just going to be taking snippets of what's going on, what my thought processes are, just so the videos aren't like 9 hours long. But it looks like it's starting to crack down. The Qs are still broke their uptrends. They're starting to retrace and come back down. Looks like this area right here is starting to act as resistance. And if we look at the 15-day, 15-minute chart and kind of zoom into this time frame, you can see there was a little bit of support right here, a little bit of resistance right here. So it's definitely possible this area right here is still going to hold as resistance. And if that's the case and it keeps going down, I'm anticipating Netflix to go along with it as well. SIGA had that breakout over the consolidation. It's basically just hovering around the top of the chart over and under. And if the Qs keep going down, this one can easily become a loser. But I'm just waiting for things to happen, I guess. So keep you posted. All right, so market is going to be closing here in about 10 minutes. So what I ended up doing was closing out the positions that I had open, close out Netflix at $1.07 and SIGA. I got in at 115, got out at 120. So basically, I'd consider IGA because of commissions and stuff, pretty much a break-even trade. Netflix was up. I'm saying I don't know. I haven't done the math on it yet, but let's just say 20% or so, which still isn't bad. Let me just pull up my phone real fast and tell you exactly what the dollar amounts are as far as P&L on the day. I know that today is a red day. So it looks like $119 red day, which isn't too bad realistically. I took 5 trades, $119 down. That's not too bad at all in my opinion. Netflix was an $88 profit. SIGA was a $15 profit. The Qs was a $70 loss. MMM was a $72 loss, and EVTL was an $80 loss. So as long as I'm risking, I think between $75, maybe $90 for a potential upside of 70%, that's absolutely fine. I'm pretty pleased with how today was. The market was just, for the way I trade, was just not there. I'm pretty sure there's other opportunities on the day, but that's pretty much it. We'll see you next time. Hello, and welcome to Trading Without Fear.